All right. Man, guys, I am so sorry, so sorry. Had a little technical difficulties, but look like I am on now. Look like everything is running smooth. At least I hope it's running smooth. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and if everything is running okay. Let me know you can see me and everything. Again, I do apologize. I hate making people wait that long because I'm pretty much sure this is something that everybody want to hear what's going on. So I do apologize for that, but y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and if y'all can see me good, and we can get right on into it. Uh, oh yeah. Okay, you hear me? Everybody say they hear me? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Boy, I'll tell y'all, that's what I'm tell y'all do content, man. You gotta make sure your shit is straight. All this technology, a lot of us content creators, we build this stuff up, man, just to get these shows set up, and right before the show starts, everything just go, it just go. Then we gotta restart this, we gotta check this, we gotta check that, we gotta push the time back. You know what I'm saying? We gotta chat in the chat room with y'all, make sure y'all okay. So nobody be like, well, fuck it, Chris ain't finna show up, or whoever finna show up, I'm finna leave. So y'all just don't know the stuff that we gotta go through to put these show together for y'all. It's a mess. It's a mess. It is. A lot of times it could be a mess. But I am here now. Y'all say y'all can hear me. All right, let me see who all up in the chat room. Hey, Queen Waller, what's going on? What's going on? Robino, what's going on? Belinda, what's going on? Sophia, Tina Powers. Is that you? Good day, Tina Powers. You change your name, dear. Is that you? Sandy, what's going on? Cha Cha, Tanya, Roll a Mile, Miss Cooler. Hey, Miss Cooler, what's going on? Sophia, Opal, Sea Turtle, Cat Eyes, High Priest, what's going on? Midnight Green, Savage Game, Melissa, Candy Lee, Linda Jackson. Uh, let's see, Blue Rain. My name Blue Rain came in. Crystal Moore, what's going on with you? Good evening, good evening, good evening, Miss Ford. Miss Ford, been a while. Where you been? All right, all right, all right. Jenny, what's going on? India Moore, and I think that's it. Let's and everybody. Neil GG, what's going on? All right, all right, all right. Hey Reese, what's going on? All right, guys, y'all ready to get into it? Let's get right into it because it shouldn't be long, and I want to go down memory lane, but I think I don't know if I still got the videos of these two assholes, so we might not be able to do no memory lane, but I'm gonna check and see as the show goes on if I still got some of their old videos. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Here we are again. Kyle City Boys, we have an update that was posted today. Thank you to Miss Cooley. Miss Cooley sent me this. When you sent me this, dear, I was asleep, but I woke up and I saw it. All right. So there has been new indictments on these two. All right. There's been new indictments. Me personally, I'm not really just excited right now. I think I would get excited when they finally say they find the bodies, or when these two people say that, okay, here's where the bodies are located. I think then I would get a little more excited. But other than that, don't. I mean, as long as these boys' bodies not found, I mean, I got mixed emotions about the whole damn thing, you know. But I know last time we did a live stream about it, you know, they pleaded not guilty, and them folks who was defending them had an awful ass. Wow, they had an office conference. I never seen no crap like that in my life. Their conference just awful. You know, even the people who speak Spanish say, you know, came my comment says, man, you know what, dude, that was the awful conference I ever seen. Even people who come from that community said that was awful. And they were saying that they were speaking like they didn't know what the hell they was talking about. I said, wow, you got people who speak Spanish or in their culture even coming out saying that was horrible. You know something was wrong with their conference. So that's why I ain't ever just really said nothing about the conference when they did it, all right? But anyway, there's new indictments on these two. And the new indictments are involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Now I don't know how much that weighs. I don't know how they coming up with this, but they are coming up with new stuff. Unfortunately, there's no news clip to go by, so I only have an article that I can read to y'all. And it says as follows. In Bakersfield, California, the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West were arraigned Friday on new charges of involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy, which was today. Y'all remember the names I gave them? Trezell and Jacqueline West arrested in March on suspicion of killing Orrin 4 and Orson 3. Now each face a total of 7 charges. 7 charges. The grand jury returned a what they say is? Superseding, citing. Ooh, I don't know how to say that shit. Y'all probably know what the hell that means. But anyway, an indictment that includes a new charge as well as those brought in the original indictment in March. And now the West face 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of child cruelty, falsely reporting an emergency, falsely reporting an emergency, involuntary manslaughter, and conspiracy. Alexa Torres, Stalin's attorney for Jacqueline West, asked the bail to be set for a client, but Judge Judith said the defendants would remain held without bail. Good. She did, however, say motions seeking bail could be filed on behalf of both defendants and be heard at a later date. Oh, okay. Then it goes on to say, here goes right here, guys. This is why I say, I'm not just really just excited until their bodies has been found. All right, where the trial is set for July 25th. It goes on to say that the bodies of Orrin and Orson have not been found and prosecutors have not revealed the manner in which they believe they died. So again, guys, please understand why I'm not getting just real excited right now. I mean, I'm glad they're trying to move on with the case. I am happy for that. But until they find these boys' bodies, that's when I'll jump for joy. But other than that, right now, it just really just a lot of delaying, and I want this information. We want that information. We just putting them in indictments, which I don't know if they're going to stick. But I'm assuming for some reason they got them down there because they got some reason to believe that these guys did something to these boys, in which I do too, given the bullshit that was going on till we got up to this point. Then it goes on to say that the gag order issued in March remains in effect and bars prosecutors and the West attorney's investigators and court staff from speaking about the case. Involuntary manslaughter is defined under California law as when a person commits a crime or a lawful act in an unlawful manner that causes the death of another person, but they did not intend to kill and did not act with conscious disregard for human life. That's interesting. They didn't intend to kill. But how do we know that? How do we know that? Again, one of my biggest things about stories like these, why do certain children be picked out the bunch? They had a total of 6 children. From my understanding, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in it. They had a total of 6. And for some reason, these boys right here was picked out. They had the inevitable that happened to them. Then y'all remember later, some lady came out saying that her child was adopted by them as well. But I told y'all, many of y'all felt the same way that when she came out, that something about her story just didn't sit too right with me. Not saying that it didn't happen, but just something about her story just didn't sit too right with me. As a matter of fact, I don't think we heard anything else from that lady. Unless somebody had on the show and talked to her, I don't know. But yeah, this is what they saying. Involuntary manslaughter is defined under California law. When a person commits a crime or a lawful act in an unlawful manner that causes the death of another person, but they did not intend to kill and did not act with conscious disregard for human life. Here's my thing on that. If you got to lie about what happened, then I think it was intentional. If you got to lie about what happened, but then again, on the other hand, people don't want to get in trouble. So if they could sell the wolf ticket of a story that they're given, and they can make the story sell, then I guess that's dead on that. But you just come in, just tell all kind of lies up, down, left, and right. Then the more we speak on this story, the more we see the bullshit coming out. We look at the area where y'all staying in. You claim you was picking up wood, but there was no wood to be picked up out there. It looked like it wasn't nothing but straight dirt. Then you look at the side of the house. The side of the house got a camera on the side. So we're like, wow, okay, you got a camera on the side. But we don't know if that was a prop camera or was it a real camera. I don't know. Then AV Watchman talks to the neighbor across the street. AV Watchman talks to the neighbor across the street where the fool said, I got in the van and I went around the corner and I went around and searching for him. I went around the corner and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. But what we saw in the video across the street with the neighbors showed you only ran around the corner and came back. No less than 5 minutes. That's what we saw on the video camera. And now we couldn't make out how many children had came out the house and got in their van, but that was another thing that somebody was pointing out too. All right. So it's a whole lot of bullshit is going on with these stories and lies being told, which all makes us believe that they did something to them boys. Now they say they didn't mean to do it. I don't know if I agree with that or not, because you gotta keep lying the way they did. Then I think it was voluntary. I think they did do it. I don't know. I think they did do it intentionally. Let's go on further. He said defense attorney Kyle Humphrey, who is not involved in the case, said involuntary manslaughter found the death of the child covers a variety of scenarios: swallowing drugs the parents left in the open, failure by a caretaker to provide proper nutrition, refusal to get medical care for serious symptoms. One of the reasons a grand jury could be asked to reconvene in a case where an indictment has previously been handed down is proper charges weren't brought based on mitigating circumstances. Humphrey said since defense attorneys aren't present and there's no cross-examination of witnesses brought before a grand jury, it's the responsibility of the prosecutors to present mitigating evidence. For example, Humphrey said if a witness reports seeing a red car from a distance, but prosecutors know the witness has vision issues, it's their responsibility to get that information to the grand jury. Prosecutors allege Orrin and Orson were killed about 3 months before the West was reported them missing in December 21, 2020. Dozens of searches have been conducted and digging performed at the sites in California City and Bakersfield. Prosecutors sought to order out of concerns the West would influence the children about the criminal case. Among the charges against the West and the allegation, they induced a minor to assist in committing a crime, suggesting that at least one of the children witnessed what happened and will be called to testify. Well, we done a couple of stories over here where the children has come out and spoken, and I say bless them for keeping coming out and speaking. As a matter of fact, the story that I did yesterday about the daycare, they said the children coming out and speaking about what the daycare people was doing in the house, so they weren't the only thing that was going on. And I say to the children, bless y'all that y'all are speaking out. I hate y'all got to go through this. Y'all got to see this, and more likely things that you may have heard prior to what was going on. But nevertheless, though, I bless every last one of y'all for coming out and speaking. And if you did see something that was going on in that house between these boys, I hope y'all got a whole lot to say, and this will help this case. So blessings to all you children. Blessings to y'all. I just hate y'all going through this. And that's sad. And then that's sad. So blessings to them for speaking out. All right? Blessings to them for speaking out. So if they do question the children, I'll just say this. I can imagine some of the things we may hear when they talk to the children. I can just imagine. I can only imagine. All right? So, as of right now, they have new indictments on them: involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Again, guys, don't know how much of a weight this carries, but my thing right now is, where are the boys? Amen. That's my thing. Where are the boys at right now? That's what I want to know. Where are the boys? And with these new indictments, they have a total of 7 charges now. 7. All right. Let me see here. Let's see, can we go down memory lane for a minute if y'all don't mind? Because a lot of people may not know about the story, or maybe a lot of people want to get a refresher of what's going on, if I have any of this stuff still. And apparently I don't. I don't think I do. Let me see. I don't think I have none of this stuff anymore. Hmm. Well, why I find some of this stuff? Now y'all remember when I covered the case, when I started covering the case, I got reached out by a lady by the name of Brenda who claimed that she owned the house that they stayed in before they moved in. And we heard the phone call, she said some things that make you go, what the actual hell, And pretty much she was saying that she saw kind of the red signs somewhat before they moved into the house. And I let y'all hear that phone call, and some people accepted it. And some people was like, she may have hurt the case by talking to me. All right. But not only me, but talking to YouTubers, period. And I understand where people's coming from when they were saying that. But then some people was asking, why would you go talk to YouTubers instead of just going to the police with the information that you got? Well, that's a good question. And I asked her that. People want to know, why would you talk to YouTubers instead of taking this information to the police or whatnot? But if I remember, I believe she said that, I guess she already had talked to police or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said. But some people, again, a lot of people accepted the interview, said good information, and some people like, nah, I think she heard the case. Now, however you thought about it is what you thought about it. Because I didn't reach out to her. She reached out to me. And she came to my channel and reached out to me. So if you had any information on the situation, you want to talk, then, y'all know me, I give anybody a voice to speak, But however, with that being said, I don't think nobody has really heard anything else from her. When I talk to her, everybody want to talk to her then. I'm like, hey, do what you do. But I don't think anybody else had heard anything from Miss Brenda since then, So hopefully she's doing okay. Hopefully she is, and if she does have information that may have helped this case, then I hope she will come out and speak on the case if she does. All right. So I think it's been a journey for a lot of us content creators doing this story. It's been a journey for everybody, and this story right here captured the hearts of a lot of people. It really did. All right. So let's take a trip down memory lane, guys, and let's hear this stupid ass interview that they had, if y'all don't mind. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
We just want to thank everyone in the community for all the support we've seen. We've felt so helpless.
I'm sure
and
you
seeing
did.
everybody out here
sure
really looking and helping out really means a lot.
So, tell us what happened the night the kids went missing.
Okay.
From our yard.
Okay. It was cold. I was gonna make a fire. There's a lot of wood in this area right here next to our house. I opened up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest two go outside and play with chalk on the back patio. Do not let them go on the dirt in the backyard. We keep them close. So I was playing with chalk, and I came in the house. I saw them there. I went in the house. I came back out. I didn't see them there.
The reason you didn't see them there because a lot of us believe they was already dead while you did all that bullshit. So what would you really collecting wood for? You know, that's why you didn't see them because we believe they was already dead. But we let you tell your lie back then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back down memory lane.
Immediately went back in, asked my wife, did you see the boys? She said, no, they should be outside playing with chalk. I said, well, I didn't see them, so I came back outside and I started searching my backyard. I searched the whole thing. I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that hadn't panned out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold, and I got in the van and I hit a bunch of corners.
Sir, if the children got out the gate and you say you just seen them after you brought wood in the house, there's no way they could have gotten far, especially if they're not familiar with the neighborhood. All right? But again, some people may have believed your story. But we, the public over here, we didn't. It's quite bullshit. Now, kids can slip by. I'll give you that. But if you explaining how you explain it, that you just went in the house after chopping wood and they out there playing chalk, they just gonna throw the chalk away and say, hey, I want to skip on down the neighborhood, see what's going on. No, sir, don't fly. They don't fly. Some children do have a short attention span. I get that. But even with that, though, they're not going to drop what they're having fun doing and just going to walk off. And you don't see them just like that. Come on now. Come on. But this is the story that you believe. This is the story that some people may believe have happened. So stop it.
I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names. Talked to a gentleman on the street on the other side over there. He didn't see me. So then I came home and I told my wife we need to call the cops. It's getting dark and I need help. We gotta get going. So I called the cops. Cops came. First thing they did was tell us to stay in the house so they can get a hold of us. And they had us just sitting there and we wanted to keep searching. But everybody came out in droves. And I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside.
The cops told us the best are out here.
The best are out here searching. And we appreciate it, and nobody ever could tell, we could never talk to anybody. And that was the issue.
Like I told y'all, and I say this to you time and time again, some of y'all may agree, some of y'all may disagree. Ain't no way anybody gonna tell me not to look for my children, adopted or not, foster children or not. No police or anybody's gonna tell me not to look for my child and say the best people are out here. Now listen to this again. I'm actually questioning, did they tell them that for real? But no cop came out and denied, said they did not say that. So maybe this is probably the only thing they probably told the truth about. But we're going to go so far and say that they were telling the truth about their part. No cop or no search is going to ever tell me, don't worry about it. It's in our hands. Fuck that. That's my child. I'm going out there looking. Fuck the dumb shit. And for y'all sit up there, let them tell y'all that y'all sit in the house while everybody from the outside looking for y'all children. That's the stupidest shit I ever seen. But everybody don't think like me.
We just want to thank everybody.
We really want to thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call, let somebody know.
Call the cops. Call California's the city police department. Call them and let them know what you've seen, if you see anything. Our boys, they are going to be rambunctious, okay? They are going to be here in this area.
Y'all remember when he first said that, everybody got up in an uproar when he said that. Everybody got in an uproar when he said that. I mean, I seen people in chat rooms and everything. They got so pissed when he said that. They got so pissed, you know, and to hear him say that again, just gave me a little trigger, but oh well.
And I really would like to go in the houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if make sure. That's it. Because I don't, go ahead, I'm sorry, if you got any questions.
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, you know, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved, you know, we just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I am completely sorry because we were entrusted with her children, and they came to us, and they became our children. And we named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all could get back on what you guys are doing, we should be able to get a hold of somebody, but they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense. That's part of the investigation. So that's pretty much it.
Rule us out. We want to rule us out. When you hear him say that, on one hand, you be like, okay, well, that's kind of understandable. You know, you come and do an interview and you want to tell the people that y'all had nothing to do with it. You know, I guess that's understandable in a sense. But however, though, even y'all have to understand that the story that you was given, everybody kept looking at y'all, period. So you may try to rule yourself out, but a lot of us ruled you in and said y'all had something to do with it. Because again, your story doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. All right? And Jacqueline West right there, I just can't help but notice how she's just rocking back and forth. A lot of times they say that's a body sign of nervousness. I don't know, I guess. But then again, a lot of people do rock back and forth when they talk. I don't know exactly what that is. But in this case, I think with her, it was a lot of nervousness because the camera's in her face, all them people outside, you know, she trying to be careful what she says so she won't hurt their story, you know, all types of stuff. So but he just sitting up here with his arms folded, you know, like, I'm going to tell my story. I don't give a shit. You know, this what it is, You know, so rule yourself out. No, if you're trying to rule yourself out, the story you were given won't help you at all, partner. It won't help you at all.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night?
Yes.
So you guys willfully gave them your
Everything.
technology,
Yes.
the car?
Yes.
How did they get a search warrant? Did you guys?
I don't see
idea.
why they got one, but they got one. We
Yeah,
would
they
have let them
didn't
take
need one,
anything.
but-
We would have let them take everything. We let them come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house, though? Did they?
Oh, well, I guess, should I answer that? Or?
Answer it to us, yeah.
Okay, so into the, okay, and I guess, I don't even know.
I see. Yeah, we seriously felt like we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put, they have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had sitting down. We would ask him to go help. They had to sit
Said
down.
nope.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
We
it's
need
not-
you guys here in case we have more questions.
I don't want you guys thinking we
don't.
didn't try. We actually
We
looked
tried.
before we called
We
the
looked,
police.
yes.
And I imagine the mind-boggling part is the search for information.
If getting in your van going around the corner for like 5 or 10 minutes and come right back, if that's your definition of searching, then I guess you did. I guess. I don't know.
What happened? Where are they?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And we're, yeah.
And just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing, and at what time were they reported missing to the police?
It's about, I believe, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said.
5-ish.
5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you guys call the police to
No.
report that missing?
That ain't where everything played out. That's when your story played out.
I don't,
After we searched
yeah.
a little bit around here, it was dark, so we definitely we got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search.
Nope. No, it wasn't. I think AB Watchman proved that wrong. I think he proved it wrong. Wasn't no damn minutes.
It was within minutes.
What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them, you know, even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult. What do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't.
Yep, we're making our own conclusion, man, because it's based on the story that y'all gave us. We come to our own conclusion, and your story are sad and disturbing and stupid and disgusting. That's why we came to our conclusions.
Don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them or anything, please call the police department.
Would you be willing to provide pictures, or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay.
A lot of people are speaking of this as, you know, after the math.
And you know what? That's another thing everybody was speaking on right there. She said we got old pictures. Everybody was questioning if you had them for this long, however long you had them, especially around Christmas time. You know, a lot of people take pictures with their children around Christmas time. It never fails. Black people, white people, all people across the globe, unless you just don't celebrate Christmas, then that's different. But a majority of the people across the globe, when it comes to Christmas time, they are going to take updated pictures of children. So when she said that we got older pictures, I think they raised the antenna for a lot of people too. What you mean older pictures? Then the pictures that we were seeing, they were older pictures. It took the media, people on Facebook, and the media said y'all got old pictures, which still doesn't make any sense. And then around that time, what y'all did, y'all took all the other children over grandmama's house, but y'all personally left them two behind. And I still want to know that question why they two did not go over to grandma's house. Was it Wanda, guys? Is that grandma name Wanda? Oh, it's doing that shit again. Sorry, guy. I didn't know it was buffering. I didn't know it was buffering. It started buffering. Oh, Lord. So maybe I got to repeat what I said. A lot of people, they say they got older pictures. But across the globe, when it comes to Christmas time, a lot of people take pictures with children because these are fundamental memories. But again, my question is, around that time, y'all took all the other children over to grandma's house, which is Wanda. If I'm not mistaken, it's Wanda, that's the grandmother, right? Y'all took them over Wanda's house. And everybody would like to know that why Classic and Sincere did not go over Miss Wanda's house, all right? A lot of people had their theories about that. They said, again, we believe the children was already dead. I, for one, kept saying I don't think they did, but the way things going now, it's a big possibility they are dead now. And then some people were saying that Wanda probably didn't want to deal with them, you know. That's a good gesture too, but we would never know. But the fact that they asked about pictures, and they say, we got old pictures. Okay, Christmas was coming around the corner. Y'all didn't go nowhere to take no pictures. I refuse to believe that. A lot of people take pictures around this time. All right? But again, it took for social media and the public, news station, Facebook, even Instagram, for people to come up with somewhat near updated pictures for these guys while y'all claim y'all had old pictures. So a lot of people was mad about that too as well because they just didn't sound right. Let's continue.
Past tense. I want to talk about your kids in present tense. What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each other.
Kids.
They're kids. Of course, they would love to go out, but so during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, out here. And so we stayed inside. Yes, we did. We searched before we called the cops. That's what we were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark.
Right
And then I searched that property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, one of those streets over there. I said, did you see some little black kids? And that way looking for them? That's the way I was gonna come, but when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take
Thank you.
2 people to go in the house?
Thank you.
2 kids out here by themselves. It should have been 1 parent going in and
Thank
1
you.
parent right here
Thank
watching
you.
the child. Not 2 parents going in the house
Oh,
and
so
leaving 2 little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard. And the
So
back
how
gate
did they
was
get
open.
out the backyard?
And the back gate was open, and I was getting wood
So
from
you
this
guys
lot
have
here.
been unresponsible and left the gate open, left some little kids outside with the gate open.
All right. Sorry, you guys were talking about your boys.
Whoever there was out there saying that stuff, I still to this day love them. I don't know who that was, but they got on their ass right there that he couldn't even answer the questions. You can't answer that question, so.
I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. You know, these patches. They definitely, I think, definitely would have been picked up or something.
And actually, she kind of snitched on herself right there. Cause y'all heard what she said. You know, they just don't wander off like that. And I said it about a lot of these stories. Children just don't wander off. If they don't know the neighborhood, they're not gonna wander off. So if anybody really just paid attention when she said that, she kind of gave it away then. So if they didn't wander off, then where the hell could they have been? You know, if they don't wander off. And I agree with her when she said that. Children don't wander off. All right. So again, which led a lot of people to believe that these boys may have already been dead before all this shit even came out. You know? But just like any other assholes, they got to come up with some kind of story. They got to sell it and make the public to believe it, but the public wasn't buying it.
That was my assumption.
Have they ever taken off of the yard
No.
before?
No.
Nope.
They've never taken off?
No.
That was back in December 21st, 2020. And here we are in 2022. And still no sign of neither one of them. Still no sign of neither one of them. All right. So understand when I say that false new charges not it. Okay, cool. You said, so is there an update? There's an update to the footage of the charges. Well, there's no footage of the charges, but I read the charges earlier. You had to catch the replay. Now I can tell you it's manslaughter. They said it's involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Those are the new indictments. Involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Those are the new indictments. But again, we have no body. We have no bodies. But like I was saying, you know, so understand why I'm not just really excited. I'm glad they're trying to move over with the case, but my main thing is, where are their bodies? Oh yeah, and that too. Anything you want to know about my shows, I always put it in the description box. You get little meat and potatoes of what's going on in the description box. All right. So again, let's take y'all down memory lane a little bit. And this god awful ass interview that had the public so upset in the uproar. And again, I don't know too much about Wanda, but a lot of people saying Wanda ain't no better. They said she's covering up for them, which is a possibility she may be. I don't know. But if she does know, maybe they'll get her too. And maybe she'll get some charges on her. You say you hope the charges stick? I don't know, because again, I'm ignorant to the court system. I don't know how much indictments hold weight on stuff. I don't know how much weight it holds. But I know one thing. One of the streams I did where they said that keep them away from the children, I agree with that. Don't let them go near them children because they're going to manipulate them children. Because they say they want to see the children. Don't let them near their children. Because if the children did see what happened, I guarantee you they're going to manipulate them. I guaranteed you. So y'all making the right call when y'all say don't let them back around them children. When you say y'all deny them going around them children, I'm down for that. Keep them away from them children. Keep them away from them children. So anybody know what their new trial date is going to be? It's going to be July 25th. They're supposed to come out July 25th. Hopefully they get this ball rolling. And hopefully we'll start seeing the trial in this, then third. Hopefully they make it public. I hope they do make it public. Because this has been long overdue. It's been long overdue. What up, Tony Lad? It's been a minute. How you doing, brother? Carla, you know I will. You know I will. You know I will. All y'all gotta do is send it to me. You know I'm on it. Any one of y'all send me updates to any of this stuff that I do or any story period and it catches me, you know I'm on it. Like this, I'm on it. And thanks to Miss Cooley, she sent me this. I ain't know nothing about it till she sent it to me. I don't think a lot of people knew nothing about it. You know, so but I guess before I leave, I can ask y'all. And somebody in the chat room said they didn't see this interview and they said they're glad I was playing it. You know, that's why I went down memory lane. So y'all can see. Because a lot of people probably don't know the story. They probably know the story, but a lot of stuff they probably didn't see. So that's why I went down memory lane. As a matter of fact, with a lot of these stories I'm doing updates on, I'm going to start going down memory lane and try to refresh everybody's memory and catch up on everything what's going on. So I'm going to start doing that. All right. Well, I love you too, Carl. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We're all the boys. We're all the boys. So before I get out of here, please hit that thumbs up if you haven't. And I ask you, the audience. So now that you have heard the new charges, what do you think about it? Yeah, J.R., I heard about that too, because people were saying that now they saying it was a dog named Chalk. And that kind of like threw a lot of people off too. They kind of threw a lot of people off too. You know, they say a dog named Chalk. So they try to make it seem like that. When they said Chalk, they were playing with the dog. But see, even if it's a dog, it's still, the dog probably got further than the children did if it was a dog. So let's say they both left and the dog left. The dog would have got further because he got 4 legs and the motherfuckers can run. They would get further than the children did. So he talk about went in and came out and it was gone. That's bullshit. Because again, y'all said it yourself. They don't wander off like that. So y'all just snitched on yourself when you said that. So where the hell they was at? So where the hell they was at? Y'all even said yourself. They rebuctious, and they don't never run off. They don't never run off in this. I don't see them run off in this area right here. Then okay, then I mean you fucking lied. And then you lied about getting wood. There was no wood out there to get. From what I saw, where you gonna pick some wood up at? right? Discerning 8, I think that's your name. Yep. And we know the neighbors, some of the neighbors saying they never saw the boys, but then I think a couple neighbors say they did see the boy, but it wasn't often. It wasn't often that they seen them. But then again, like I said, AB watched me. He went to the neighbor house across the street. I forgot what the guy name is, and the guy showed him the video footage, and that man talk about he went out looking for the children. He ain't go nowhere. He ain't go nowhere, but right around the corner and came right back. We saw it on the video footage. He went right around the corner and came right back till he went to search for them boys. Then talk about he came in and called the police. Boy, you don't stop. Video, clear as day, showing you going around the corner. You come right back about 5-10 minutes later. Boy, you don't stop. Then look like he waited till nighttime to do that. Now that I think about it, he waited till nighttime to do that. Trying to create an alibi. And then from there on, both of them went quiet. Then I think people's coming out saying they seen them at 6 stores and all that, which I don't give a shit about that, because they walking around free there, and they don't mean they're gonna stop living. So I don't really give a damn about all that, But however, though, if Wanda did know what was going on, and that's his mom, and I told y'all people, when it comes to these children, where they grown and young, the mom ain't gonna try to make the son look bad. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna cover up for them, or they're gonna keep their mouth closed. So they were suspected from Wanda. If y'all looking for Wanda to say anything, she wasn't gonna say nothing, cause she don't want to put her son out there in a bad light. And then I think Roro and them or whoever saw the backyard, looked like some seats out the van was towed out, looked like something been burnt in the backyard and all that stuff. So it was a lot of stuff that was suspect as fuck. It was. But the crazy thing about it, though, it didn't lead nowhere. It didn't lead nowhere. So since there's a gag order, that's only limited to what we're going to hear as to why they putting these indictments on them, because there's a gag order. They can't talk about it. So that's why when it comes to this story, we're going to get little bits of pieces here. They're going to throw us a nugget here. They're going to throw us a nugget there. They're going to throw us a nugget here. They're going to throw us a nugget there, because there's a gag order. So we're going to get pieces by little, by little, by little. We're going to get pieces by little, by little, by little. Because they throwing us kibbles in bits and bits and bits. Oh, let's even go further than this. Let's go further than that. How about when Mama Dean, I call her Mama Dean, when all this came out and everybody was wondering how did she lose her child? Well, this story has it. She allegedly was at work, and whoever was the babysitter, when she came back from work, the one of the boys had a broken, was it a femur? Something like a broken femur or something. And it was some more stuff that happened behind there. I can't remember exactly what happened behind there, but I know it was a broken femur or something. The CPS came and got her children. But I believe family members was trying to get the boys, but they saying CPS won't let them get them for some reason. And somehow they ended up with these two. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what happened. She was at work and one of them had a broken femur or something. Something had happened. And she ended up losing her children. She comes out and says, I'm not a bad parent, and this, then the third. And she said, I believe they did something to my boys. I believe they did something. And then people were asking the question, how did she find out where they was at? They was asking that. How did Miss Mama Dean find out where they was at? I said, damn, I don't know. How did she find out where they was at? So y'all need to refresh my memory on that. You know, how did Mama Dean find out where the West stayed at? I remember people was asking that question too. So yeah, that's how everything started popping off. You know, she came out and we had found all that out about the broken femur and things like that. You know, and she like I had nothing to do with it. I was at work, and I guess we was watching after them. You know, they was in their care. Then shit, and CPA just came in, just fucked all that up. I guess. You know, so I don't know. How this stuff said it was a friend of the bio mom. They told him, okay, yeah. So and I think even there, a lot of people trying to blame the mom, say this was her fault. I never believed it was her fault. I never believed that was her fault. Unless there's some stuff she wanted to telling people. You know, but I think I reached out to her a couple of times on Facebook Messenger, and she had no problem responding at all. She had no problem responding because I'm sure a lot of people was hitting her up. And I tried a couple of times to get her to talk, but you know, she was just too distraught that she didn't want to talk. But rest for sure, anything I asked her, she did answer it. She did. Now there she did. So with all that being said, this is where we are now. No indictments, but still no body. Still no body. Right, JB, I agree with you. I hope it does. Hope it does. Somebody said something about it's not the mom's fault or something up in here. I don't know you referring it to me, but I never said it was the mom's fault. I never blamed the mom. I never blamed her. Because if it is true what she's saying, then whoever she left a child in the care in, then that's not her fault. That's not her fault. And if I remember, she telling me she did everything to get the children back, but they never gave it back to her. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, so don't no 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 no. So don't think I'm blaming the mom. I never blamed her at all. Some people might have. They might was blaming her, but I never blamed her. See, stuff like that, you know, when we come to these stories, it's easy for us to point the fingers. You know, that's why a lot of times we got to use the term allegedly. If you think she did something, it's always safe to use the word allegedly, because if you don't use the word allegedly, you pretty much saying this what happened. And then when you come to find out that it don't happen, you got to come back and clean up your whole damn live stream, you know. But then some people don't do that. They sit out here and tell these lies on these stories and stick with it. Like, I won't even take the video down. I'm like, how the fuck can you do that? You defaming somebody's character and lying on them. I mean, at least you can do is say, hey, my bad, I missed. Well, you think, what the hell? This thing just knocked me offline. Ain't that a bitch? The moment time me to go. Must be time me to go. But what I'm saying is this. You saying the West? Oh, well, no, I'm not saying you said I said it, but I know somebody earlier said it wasn't you, it was somebody else in the chat room saying, oh no, oh my God, don't blame the mom because the mom ain't had nothing to do with it. No, I just saying you referring it to me. I never said the mom did anything. I never did. But like I said, some people did think that the mom had something to do with it. And I was just saying, if you're gonna, what I'm saying, just say allegedly. If we don't know, we have to use the term allegedly because we can sit up here and speculate all day, but we don't know because we wasn't there when all this stuff went down. So like the asshole when they told their story. Now, what's the percentage that it may come out that they may have been telling the truth all the time? It may be slim, but even with them though, we saying all this and it could come out that they was telling the truth the whole time, which I doubt it, but I'm just using it for an example. Even with me, while I'm doing this, I'm saying all this stuff about them, but then kind of find out they was telling the truth the whole damn time. I got to clean up there in every video that I did. But I don't think, I know for a fact they're not telling the truth. I mean, my blind man can see that one, but I'm just saying though, we have to start using that term allegedly. We have to start using that term allegedly. All right. Okay, Jennifer. Yeah, that's what I said. I know you were referring to me or not, because I never said the mom did it. I never for once thought she had anything to do with it. Never once. Nothing about her demeanor that told me that she had anything to do with it at all. Nothing in her demeanor showed me that she had anything to do with it. Yeah, nothing in her demeanor told me she had anything to do with it. But again, that doesn't mean that everybody don't think the same way though. Because a lot of people probably believe that she did have something to do with it. Probably a lot of people to this day believe she has something to do with it, or they blaming her for all this going down. So everybody got different opinion. So. But nevertheless, though, when you look at the whole thing in a whole, you put it in the bowl and mix it up like cake batter, it's gonna turn out to Jack Ashley and Trezell West. Because they was in their care when all this happened. They won in Mama Dean care. They was in their care when all this happened. So, yeah. So yeah, you can't put that on her because they was in their care. All right, they was in their care. You said the way you feel like he did it. Yep, the way both of them was talking about it. They body language said everything. The body language said everything. All right. Well, guys, I thank y'all for joining me on this one. Again, I try to keep you updates on everything. Whenever new updates come out to this story, I do my best to keep y'all up to date. But for now, mark it on your calendars. On July the 25th is when they're supposed to come back. All right. And the new indictments are involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Let me repeat that. The new indictments are involuntary manslaughter and conspiracy. Those are the new indictments for Trezell West and Jack Ashley West. Those are the two new indictments. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all be careful out there. I love y'all. Keep your kids safe. And as always, if you can help it, start letting them around any and everybody. All right. Or the next story I could be doing could be yours. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Love y'all. And we out. Peace out.